is.
That is going to be us taking the third match of the first round, and that means that we've only got one left until we move on to faster pulls and bigger boy matches.
Now we're doing Garsh versus Vause. I don't know why I pronounced that with like a really thick German accent. Vause. I'm not even German, man. I mean,
that's the fun of attempting to be a caster. Always mispronouncing everyone's names, and then always having that worry in the back of your head that you're mispronouncing people's names. So then you just rename them. Exactly,
you just make something up. Garsh, you guys might know him. He's American. Was #1 in the Val Winter Cup, and I think he's just a really strong all-around player.
He's a strong all-around player for any game.
Yeah.
As I've mentioned before to other people, I have Garsh on my friends list on Steam. No matter the VR game I play, he is there. He is he is at the top of the scoreboard every single time, no matter what I play.
Garsh is built different. He's got that gamer blood.
I can play something that has like 3 people have ever touched the game, and Garsh would be there. I could play something with 1 person that's played the game, and he'll still be there.
Vause, I don't know why I did. Vause is our Malaysian player. So it's actually like probably 6 a.m. there right now. I feel so bad, but Vause is actually the community manager at Audio Trip, which is really cool.
Okay. So I mean, there we go. We're getting even more experience in rhythm games coming on.
Yeah, apparently she's really good at sight reading and a little bit weaker on AC and stamina, which is kind of unfortunate for this pool. Because
stamina, luckily, not really much of an issue with, you know, all of the songs totaling to about 8 minutes in playtime, but the AC part definitely a worry when you're going up against Garsh, I'm not gonna lie. Garsh, always very strong and an extremely experienced tournament player when it comes to VR rhythm games. He is extremely consistent and can perform whenever he really needs to. So, it's always a worry playing against him regardless of how you feel. Even if you feel confident in yourself, it's a worry playing against Garsh.
Yeah, we're just waiting on picks bans now, but I expect... I don't know, actually. Like, this is tough.
I think this is the first match where I think Garsh is going to insta-pick the fastest song in the pool. But I think he feels confident on everything, so I think he's going to either pick what is the fastest thing, because then he has more of an advantage, or he's going to pick whatever song he likes the most.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be one of those ones, because I feel like he's going to be very casual coming in right now.
The picks are coming in right now. Vause picking 𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀 to start. Which is interesting because that's a very AC heavy map after she said she wasn't super good at AC. And Garsh is playing So Clear. Just fine, that song jams. And then we're having 𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀 Bonita being our tiebreaker again.
Okay, I did say that 𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀 would never be a tiebreaker, and I was right by it.
Yeah, that's
every single one appearing. But yeah, it's. I assume if we ask Garsh, he's probably gonna have a preference in sound towards So Clear compared to 𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀 Bonita now. That is definitely the deciding factor, I think, for Garsh. Yeah.
𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀 is such a scary tiebreaker because it's like short, it's AC. So if you miss one note, you're like, you're done.
Yeah, definitely, especially in these matchups. All of these players, obviously, top of the qualifiers to the point where these are the kind of players, if you miss against, that's it, you're done. In a map like that, there is no chance of any form of comeback because it is just so short. It's just so punishing every single time.
And here we go, we're hopping into 𝙎𝙈𝙈𝙀𝙀.
Okay, and both players starting out fairly strong. Really, 98.6 right out of the gate for Garsh. Currently climbing up and up, trying to get to that 99, I assume.
Garsh's drums are
currently
zooming.
98.6. Yeah, Gosh is like there's a small animation when the drums spawn in. There's this small little bounce, and it's currently going fast enough that they're almost still bouncing by the time they reach Garsh. Like, look at them, they're just bouncing around. They just keep going.
It's actually pretty close. Vause is only like decimal points behind right now. And also, Garsh is the real snow map this time, I swear.
Okay, yeah, that one is actual snow.
It looks just like Canada.
I think this is, right now, for the environments, we're seeing the equivalent of dark mode versus light mode, I think is the best way we can put this.
Oh, Garsh might hit that 99. There it is. Oh, and there it goes.
There we go. And it's gone again. Either way, still, climbing up to a 99 is already something.
Both players are actually doing extremely well. Vause is just not quite as close to that 99.
That's gaming.
That
the audio at the
gaming,
end,
Garsh. That is gaming. Thank you.
Gosh, gaming in his words. And in ours as well.
That was a
Currently
really good score too.
98.98. A very satisfying looking accuracy right there.
And a 98.18 on Vase's side. Like, she did really well. I think that's actually really high for all the players we've seen play on this too.
Yeah, it's unfortunate again because when you see a score that gets really similar and we're in the first round, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Because that could switch the maps anywhere, because the thing is, that map is still an Aki one, but it's on the slower side compared to the other one in general, apart from a couple small bursts.
And that was Vause too.
Oh, yet again! The opponent's pick getting taken straight away. Hopefully keeping that mindset in there. So we will have to see.
So now we're going to be hopping into So Clear.
Okay. Straight in, yet again, light mode versus dark mode. Currently, the massive upset with light mode prevailing. Definitely not the popular opinion there, and I do have to say it is meant to damage your eyes more, but either way, it's still working. Out of spite, after this tournament, we're going to see a new environment. Oh, it is pure white. You can't even see the notes.
We're seeing a 1% lead by Garsh on this one right now.
Yeah, when I said that it could change either way, it seems to have gone even more in Garsh's favor right now.
Garsh is jamming. And that's scary.
Again, we're seeing a similar thing to what we saw in the last matchup as well. Currently, the slower and much more risky swings on Vause's side. Garsh, currently, a lot of wrist and a lot of rolling on those wrists as well. He's not playing them like double down, he's not playing them like drums, he is doing a lot of rolling with his previous rhythm game experience in there as well, but...
Rolling is just super calm.
Yeah, this is just the way he's learned to hit these kind of notes, and he's gaming because of it.
Yeah, it's a long song though, so we could see combo drops really changing this. Especially with the zoom on Garsh's end, though it looks like he's very comfortable with it.
Yeah, he's definitely, like, he plays these maps in a different way to how we see every other person in here. Because most of these players are playing it in, you know, the way that the game was designed. You have the drum kit when you even spawn into the game. Most players see that and they're like, ah, yeah, you know, you gotta hit it like an absolute drum, you know, you're playing it much more aggressively. But gosh, he is just keeping it in a smooth motion, just swinging left and right, even on the down notes. Just keeping it in a solid, fluid motion that just makes everything flow right now.
Vause is doing really well too. One thing I noticed though is she's kind of struggling with getting 2 good hits on those crossover doubles, which is really tough. So good. Like it's always like one's really good and the other one is a little bit lower.
Yeah, doubles always definitely on the harder side to act. Because you try and concentrate on one and then your concentration fades on the other, so...
Especially when they cross over.
Yeah, it's trying to get that confidence in knowing where your jump stick's even going to hit in the first place. And then knowing that you can do that guaranteed on one hand while you pay attention to the other. And right now, unfortunately, dropping the accuracy down just enough for what is needed. Currently, not looking good for Vause at the moment, with that 98.81 on Garsh and 97.81 on Vause. A complete percent between them.
It's just been a solid percent, pretty much this whole song.
And as far as we've said as well, Garsh with his extremely large repertoire when it comes to tournament experience, there is absolutely, like, of any player to expect any form of miss out of nowhere on. If you want, like, a random miss, Garsh is not the player to have that against. It is definitely not looking good at the moment. Garsh still holding strong.
I think it's pretty safe to say that Garsh also probably has the most tournament experience in VR rhythm games, just in total.
Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to saying that. He's played in that many tournaments across so many games. This man is completely unstoppable when it comes to these. He will adapt to whatever he needs. And right now, he is doing exactly that. Again, you can see the difference in playstyles when it came to those small little bursts.
Yeah, Vause is catching up a little bit, but not quite enough.
Gosh, just not moving from that 98.83. He is not falling whatsoever.
Also, I wonder what headset Vause is playing on, because I keep seeing Vause start pressing the pause button, and I know that's like a big thing with Vives always. If you do really,
I mean, it depends on the grip on any controller, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any experience with any of the Oculus controllers, so.
Yeah, the Oculus controllers, definitely it depends on the grip a lot more. Depending on how you hold a controller, you could very easily be pressing the pause button every 3 seconds. Or it could just be instinct, you never know. You could be like, oh, I'm not doing as well, and then go to pause, and then remember that you're in a tournament. And then quickly not pause.
Yeah, that go to Garsh.
And that is going to be all of our round 1 matches completed.